What's good? What's good? Organic, yo. Hey, you know how uh, Shadir Sanders says legendary, right? Legendary, right? Um, I'm using organic. You know, it's crazy. I just thought about that. I don't even do that. But hey, welcome. I want to really kick this off by saying welcome. I appreciate you taking the time to jump on and watch this video to see what is Coach Rashid up to now. It's been literally probably over a year since I've done any real live videos. Yes, it is true. And based on live videos, I think the last time I did a serious um, full out video production live stream was January of 2024. And this is June 2025. I didn't even do a massive live stream in January 2025. I did a recap reload December 2024 because I wanted to give people an idea of where we were at that particular time and space. Um, but right now, I just felt that there may be an opportunity now to come back and restart this particular adventure that I call Rashid Next Level, the YouTube channel that really kicked it off for me. Uh, I'm not really going to get into a lot of editing of this one. I really wanted to just record a quick update type video to let you guys know that yes, my intention is to come back on maybe once a week, talk about where we are, talk about what we're doing, give you some current events. As you know, we have a new administration, and I think that's part of the issue of why I really hadn't had a chance to do um, any financial or personal financial type videos to talk about the personal finance, to talk about um, really personal development and really personal accountability when it comes to moving in this space. But this time, I know you're probably stuck on the part about the new administration, right? One of the things that has come up in one of the opportunities that or two of them actually talked about the administration because the administration's stance is stark opposite of what's happened in the past. So when we talk about the U.S. administration, we know that there's been a push for regulation. There's been, the Coinbases, the Geminis, the FTX. They really were trying to work within the establishment in order to create some movement for crypto. Well, um, new new administration shows up, and they're pro crypto, and they're not really interested in the SEC regulating it in the way that they were going. And so, the new administration had some people in Congress that actually put forth bills to support a Bitcoin reserve. Now, I'm not a all Bitcoin or nothing person. I believe that crypto is the digital currency that will revolutionize personal finance for a lot of people. And I say personal because each individual outside of the regulatory bodies has to make a decision. Do you get involved with Bitcoin or crypto in general or blockchain value when we're talking about digital assets on the blockchain or something similar? Or do you wait for the government to control it and then you'll feel a little more safe jumping on board? If you choose the latter, you will miss the boat. That is a guarantee. But at the same time, a lot of people are not up to the level of risk that it takes to participate within these particular guardrails. Some people believe there are no guardrails, and that's why they don't want to participate in a crypto or digital currency based um, type of, um, adventure, if you will. I don't want to mess with the algorithms on YouTube, start talking about how people deposit funds, how people earn money from these particular projects. There are obviously industry words for those things, and I don't want to get involved with that. So I'm going to keep it pretty generic on how we talk about it. But I believe that most people understand what it is when you actually deposit money and expect a return. That's the world that we live in when it comes to crypto opportunities, when it comes to non crypto opportunities, and where I say personal finance. So it could be stocks, it could be bonds, it could be crypto, it could be other assets. And, you know, a lot of the digital assets out there are mimicking the mainstream financial assets. So we have something called real world assets and DPN, and they actually are providing a platform that gives real business an opportunity to step into a tokenized world. Now, if you look at it for what it is, it's not a new adventure. It's more of a repackaged and add some AI to it, and then it becomes a new adventure. But if you go back to rewards for airline miles, that's tokenization. If you go to using a credit card, from Discover to Mastercard to Visa to whatever establishment that brought those on with the partnership, Sam's Club or like it's an airline, they use Visa, but it's a American Airlines card or a Delta card, but it's a Visa card attached to that. You get miles every time you spend any money and make purchases. Those miles are turned into tokens, and that's how you actually receive them as tokens, right? And in the background, it's tokenized. So what we call RWA today, um, it's really a reward system um, inside the computers that rewards you for participating. And so that real world asset is this is an actual airline and this is an actual purchase you made. And here are some of the benefits of that. So if I make a purchase, I will be able to get some tokens. Yes, that's how it works. So real world assets is that same thing. The difference right now is there's a company called TSC, which I'm going to talk to you about, which is a trusted society, right? Those nodes, and it's Trusted Society Club, those nodes, they are focused strictly on real world assets, strictly on um, vetted Series A level companies and their type of assets and their type of intentions. So if you have a company out there that is on Wall Street, that has stock, that's went through the series of approvals, then this TSC is saying, look, our nodes are set up to support people that want to purchase your particular product, not your end product, but your financial product, right? They want to earn from your company. And if you want to come on this blockchain, we will sell nodes in your name, right? Whatever company A's name, and that node you can purchase. And what happens is while this company is earning over here, you're earning as well, right? But you have to purchase a node in the name of that particular company. And TSC is supporting that by trading within the crypto space these tokens. And so, just like Wall Street trading stock, over here they're trading crypto, but they're doing it at the accredited investor level, and then they add a few non-accredited investor level tokens as well. So that's just one of the projects that I do have in my portfolio that is producing nodes, crypto every day from the nodes. So we're going to talk about nodes. I think mining and nodes have, mining is making a resurgence, right, in 2025 to 2026. Um, you see tokens out there, you see crypto coins out there, and you see big names associated with that. In the past, big names got associated with it because they got paid a big chunk of money. When they got paid, they were the face of that particular crypto. We're talking Merriweather, we're talking, Brady, a few others out there that got burned, right? Because they didn't know what they were getting into. Well, now, when you see that happen, the vetting is probably a little more thorough. And so I've been in this for a while, and I'm not sure that some of you that's watching, you may not know my story. You may not know that I've been building communities for a long time. And when it comes to this crypto space, back in 2020, I had already been involved in a couple of projects for a few years. Probably since about 2015 is when I first got involved um, with some crypto assets. It wasn't necessarily Bitcoin. I knew about Bitcoin, but I just wasn't really interested in it because didn't think it was worth anything. Um, because I've always been involved with stocks because of when I first went into the Air Force and I was overseas, and these are some of the things that I was introduced to, and therefore I purchased some stock, and it's been great ever since. But in 2020 was when I really kind of focused because I think we all know in 2020 this was during the pandemic, prior to lockdown. Um, I was always into affiliate marketing and these type of things. But after we were locked down and we had to stay at home, I really kicked it in high gear. And so I took a lot of the things that I had kind of been messing with on the back end or in private and decided to go ahead and create online programs from that. And that's when I created my online course, and I was doing actual sessions on Facebook Live. Definitely did some Zooms, so really started to get into that. And then Bitcoin, started taking off. Some of the big industry players started to get involved. You're talking your Grayscale, your BlackRocks, your MicroStrategy, now Strategy, um, you know, um, and the Galaxy Digital. That I forget the guy's name, but he was very vocal about it as well, and that massive adoption a lot of people were looking for. So that was really kind of one of the things that really highlighted we're in the right place, and I need to put this in high gear. And that's when I started to branch out, and I started to do more programs. Um, and just like anybody else, I was looking at Bitcoin and studying it and really talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, really staying kind of in those top 10. Never really focused on BNB and maybe until a year later. But um, I jumped into a few programs that were out there. And I can tell you, straight up, um, the sessions that I were doing, the research I was doing, that was a good path. Then I reached back into my affiliate marketing and internet marketing, network marketing past, and I was attracted to some of these programs that were popping up. Those shiny, shiny, shiny objects got me. And so I did okay. I made some money, and then all of a sudden things started to go to the left. And so time went on, um, and I started to do videos. I started to put information out there. We had some good ones. We had some bad ones. Like I said, just like anybody else, we had some success. We avoided a lot of pitfalls. but we still got caught by a few that decided to leave us, empty-handed. And so I don't sit here and tell you that I'm coming back because, hey, life has been, perfect. And you know what? The goals that I set, I hit them, and now living a dream. That's not the case. But what I can tell you is on part two, I'll get into some of the things that, I've learned. And here are some of the things that I'm doing now that are, you'll see there's a stark difference between the way programs are vetted now and what we decide to do, and some of the programs that we evolved into became something that was a staple, and why I created Team Achieve Prosperity Club. And that community is amazing, has always been amazing. And the people that latched on to my message, um, we've had a ride, but we've weathered the storms, and we're still rocking and rolling. So definitely join me on the next one. And until then, peace, and I'll see you soon. All right.